Hi, this is Calvin Cox. It is Tuesday, October 8th, 2013, and it's 8:08 p.m. And what I want to talk about is I already have one video on YouTube called Double Smash Atom Smasher, but in there I don't think I really broke it down why it's so important to have the Double Smash Atom Smasher. And the reason is to catch a split, is to catch a subatomic particle while it is vulnerable. And you're only going to break that subatomic particle down into smaller particles easily when you catch it when it's vulnerable, which is about, I don't know, 1/10,000th of a second, maybe 1,000th, maybe 1/5000th of a second. It's a very short period of time from the time the target is hit by an accelerated particle and it's blown apart and to where it goes and shoots out and rejoins solid matter again is a super short period of time. But if you can catch it just at that right time where it splits apart and one of those little tiny subatomic particles, if you hit it again, baby, that's going to open up the whole new subatomic particle physics that's going on now is just going to be busted wide open. Particle physicists are going to be jumping up and down going, yay, this is great, I can't believe it, oh my God, now I have something new to study for the rest of my life, because it's just going to open the doors. And not only that, it's going to open the doors for all the theorists, it's going to open the doors for all the mathematicians, and what you find, you're going to go, whoa, we're going to have to rewrite the textbooks, not just for high school and, everybody. It's going to be exciting, but you're never going to do it with the LHC. The LHC is already, I hate to say it, and this is my viewpoint, okay? It's already pretty much performed the functions it's going to do. You need to take a new approach. The electromagnetic forces that hold the atom together are so incredibly strong that you could ramp that LHC up as high as it's going to go and higher, and I don't think you're going to yield anything like you're going to if you try a different approach and have another accelerator off to the side, so when that sucker blows, another one's going to be timed to hit it. It's going to be hard to time it, but if you can take a picture of a bullet shooting out of a gun at 2,500 feet per second or higher, you got a real good chance of setting up something that's going to blow apart a subatomic particle that's already been blown out there. It'd be worth every penny. And you could take one of the linear accelerators that's already out there, and probably you could do all this with just 2 linear accelerators that have pretty much already, been used and produced all they were intended to do. Now find one you can get and move another one to its location and set up shop and go for it. But I know you're going to find something that way, and when you do, all the other accelerators around are going to, all of a sudden, the physicists are going to be going, well, gee, we can take this one and ship it to here. They can do studies on that, energy range, and we'll take this one and ship it over to this one and make a, double smash atom smasher. It's going to be cool. Believe me, it is going to be super neat. I don't know how many years for something like this is going to be done. I don't know if I'll still be alive for it, but I tell you what, it's going to be a neat point in history. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and run through this again, and what I just told you, and I might end up covering some other points that I didn't earlier. I'm using this umbrella as an example to help explain how strong those electromagnetic forces are that bind atoms together and molecules, and they're incredibly strong. Like you see that when I stick my finger and the Velcro here around this umbrella, man, it holds good, And the only thing that opens this Velcro is if you try and open it the right way. Just like I'm describing, if you would try a different method to split subatomic particles further, and it depends on how you do it. But this is just an illustration of how strongly bound those things are. And this is an illustration of the different layers, okay, of even subatomic particles. They're composed of even smaller particles. And perhaps later on you'll find even smaller particles. So the plastic bag would be, well, I might be jumping ahead. Let me get here. The reason for building a double smash atom smasher will yield many more subatomic particles quicker. And that's what you want, because you want to get on into studying them real good. Let me get on this side. Now, the standard method, the way it works, is a accelerated particle track is shooting out here towards the target. When it hits the target, it explodes an atom apart into subatomic particles. Protons, electrons, neutrons, quarks, stuff like that. And then it goes into a detector, which detects your charge and what path they're going and how far they go. It tells how heavy the subatomic particles are. Now, what I'm proposing is, this is just like a forward view like that. This right here is a top view looking down on this, basically. And let's just say this is the accelerator, particle accelerator, the target, and the detector. Basically what you want to do, what I'm saying, is set up another part. Now this sucker might be 2 miles long. You might actually be able to set up a linear accelerator near one of the detectors at the Large Hadron Collider. That might be an effective way to go. Maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't want to use the LHC for any of this idea at all. But the idea is to take one of these subatomic particles here and hit it again before it goes back and rejoins into solid matter. And that's the trick. Timing is the key. I know you can build another linear accelerator or ship one that we already have to a location. I know you can set it up and point it at the area you think is most likely to interact with another particle. The only difficult is going to be the timing. And of course, there's experts on that field. They can do all that. So basically, I'm saying you would bring another accelerator right there, and right as this one was firing, however you time it, then I guess this one would fire a super small fraction of a second behind it and hopefully hit one of these particles, and then what you'll find will be your other subatomic particles. It'll be an incredible day for physics, subatomic particle physics. Anyway, so these are like the layers of stuff. You have to remember every single layer that is around. Let's say this is an atom, and you hit it one time and it knocks that first layer off, and this is a subatomic particle that flies out, and then this is a chunk of a subatomic particle that flies out, then another one, and then another one, and this particle's continuing. So you want to hit it again and then blow it apart, and whoop, there goes your other smaller pieces. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and that's my view on the situation. Bye.